What's up, guys? LJ Crypto back with another video. If you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button, and always know that it is my goal to help you become financially free through the crypto market. So let's get started. So in this video, I want to talk about something that I feel like I'm kind of late on, but it isn't too late. You know, I want to say this happened last week or like very early this week, but I want to talk about the upgrade to Bitcoin. Binance has an article about it, so let's jump into that. It's right here. So usually, especially with like Bitcoin, Ethereum, usually a selective amount of developers, will make proposals for these, protocols, and they will, put in the work to, change them, make improvements to, them. So Bitcoin, like Bitcoin, you got the Taproot, and I know with Ethereum, recently we had EIP 1559, I believe that's the right numbers, where ETH miners rewards got cut in half, and instead of ETH supply being infinite, now it gets burned. So yeah, and usually those are considered like off-chain discussions, in terms of changing the protocol and all of that. There's also on-chain. Maybe I can make a video about that. But anyways, let's get into this. So by the looks of things, this has been in the making since last year, the end of last year. So it took about a year to implement. So let's see. So Taproot is one of the most anticipated technological upgrades to Bitcoin since the introduction of SegWit. The goal of Taproot is to change the way Bitcoin scripts operate to improve privacy, scalability, and security. And this and more will be made possible by combining Taproot with a related upgrade called Schnorr. Anyone familiar with the crypto community knows that privacy, scalability, and security are major concerns. And while Bitcoin is the most popular crypto in the world and the most invested, these issues, need to be established. And Taproot aims to do it. Yeah, I know one of the biggest problems with Bitcoin is that it is very, very slow. The fees are nowhere near as bad as the ETH, but in terms of sending Bitcoin through, maybe different blockchains, through transactions in general, Bitcoin can take hours. That's how slow it is, and that shows how slow of a technology it is, and that's why it could potentially be good to have these forks to the the code of Bitcoin, to make it more scalable, a better protocol. So, introduction. Bitcoin has its up and downs, of course, but it has proven, regardless of the issues that have popped up over the years, crypto community has stood by Bitcoin. So the infamous Bitcoin hard forks, maybe I can make a video about it, but hard forks and soft forks, but hard forks are basically like complete upgrades to like the nodes that run on a protocol such as Bitcoin. And one of probably the most popular hard fork I want to say is Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, Bitcoin has had many other forks, but say Bitcoin Cash is the most popular. Um, there are certain issues that can't be overlooked. One of them is privacy. Despite Bitcoin being public, anyone can monitor the transactions that occur on the network, and for some that's a major concern. It is possible to increase your anonymity, privacy as far as your identity through technologies or techniques. But this doesn't make Bitcoin private. So anyway, so now get into Taproot. So Taproot is a soft fork, and this improves Bitcoin scripts to increase privacy and improve upon other factors related to complex transactions. Bitcoin transactions can use various features that make them more complex, including time lock, releases, multi-signature requirements, and others. I want to say what they mean by time lock, meaning that maybe like pauses in terms of when you can transact and all that. Like there's a time period that you have to wait. Multi-signature, that means that you can basically use two private keys to make a contract more secure, I want to say. So yeah, that's multi-signature. Without Taproot, anyone can detect transactions that use those complex functionalities, which require the creation of multiple transactions. However, the Taproot upgrade will make it possible to cloak all the moving parts of a Bitcoin transaction that includes these features. So even if the transactions adopt those features, they will look like a single transaction. Okay. So yeah, definitely by the looks of things, privacy is probably the biggest thing that Taproot solves. Taproot makes it possible to hide the fact that a Bitcoin script ran at all. An example is Bitcoin using Taproot can make a transaction. Spending Bitcoin using Taproot can make a transaction in a Lightning network channel. Just like a Lightning network, it's like a scalability solution. Another thing I could talk about. Anyways, can make a transaction in a Lightning network channel, a peer-to-peer transaction, or a sophisticated smart contract become indistinguishable. Anyone monitoring one of these transactions will see nothing but a peer-to-peer transaction. Also, though, this doesn't change the fact that the walls of the initial sender and final recipient can be exposed. This was first unveiled in 2018 in January. As of October of last year, Taproot has been merged to the Bitcoin Core library after a pull request created by Peter, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And for this to be fully deployed, no operators must adopt Taproot's new consensus rules. Depending on how this unfolds, the activation could take months. So yeah, like I was saying before, like I want to say hard forks, all node operators must obtain that upgrade to keep working with the protocol. But I believe soft forks, which what Taproot is, it's not required to upgrade your node if you're a node operator. If I got that wrong, I'll pop it up in the screen. Taproot is expected to be implemented along with another upgrade called Schnorr Signatures. So getting to what Schnorr Signatures are, which I actually don't know what it is. My first time hearing this. So this consists of a cryptographic signature scheme developed by a German mathematician and cryptographer, Klaus. Even though Schnorr had his algorithm protected under a patent for many years, the patent officially expired in 2008, and this is the year that Bitcoin became, known to the public, I want to say. And then it came out. It, was usable in 2009. Among a number of benefits, Schnorr signatures are primarily known for their simplicity and efficiency in generating short signatures. The signature scheme was adopted by Satoshi Nakamoto, founder of Bitcoin. The signature was the elliptic curve digital signature algorithm. The choice of this algorithm over the Schnorr signature algorithm was due to the fact that it was already widely used, well understood, secure, compact, and open source. So yeah, sounds like he don't want to use an algorithm that didn't really go through as much testing, and basically didn't have as much support. However, the development of the Schnorr digital signature scheme may be the starting point of a new generation of signatures for Bitcoin and other blockchain networks. So this is a signature scheme that that's probably going to be more adopted, more of a thing to make Bitcoin more, secure and more private. One of the main advantages of Schnorr signatures is that they're able to take multiple keys since inside a complex Bitcoin transaction and produce a single unique signature. This means that the signatures from the multiple parties involved in the transaction can be aggregated into a single Schnorr signature. This is known as signature aggregation, and another word for aggregation will be provided. So how will Taproot benefit Bitcoin? Basically, reduce the amount of data to be transferred and stored in the blockchain, more transactions per block, and lower transaction fees. Another benefit is the fact that signatures will no longer be malleable, which is a known security risk in the Bitcoin network. And this means that it's technically possible to alter the signature of a transaction before it's confirmed. By doing this, the attack can make it appear as if the transaction never happened, and that leads to double spending. Oh man. And that could allow somebody to get more money than they should. So yeah, Bitcoin. Of course, the problem with Bitcoin, it's just an old technology. It's the first blockchain technology and it's old, but other protocols have, they've learned from Bitcoin and they've made it better. They made blockchain technology better, basically, I would say. So yeah, Taproot highly anticipated and widely supported upgrades to Bitcoin. If it gets implemented along with Schnorr signatures, we will see significant improvements in terms of privacy, scalability, security, and more. These upgrades can also generate more interest around the Lightning Network and encourage multi-sig to be more of a industry standard, because multi-sig is more secure. And going back to, let's see, this right here, by the sounds of things, so this was made December 2020. So it sounds like this has been fully deployed. Yeah, it's had to have been fully deployed already, and every node operator that uses Bitcoin has now adopted the Taproot upgrade. So yeah, hopefully, Taproot will benefit Bitcoin, less transactions, more privacy, more scalability, you know, faster transactions. So we'll just have to see. That is the end of the video. It sounds like Taproot is a really big deal in terms of improving Bitcoin's protocol. Bitcoin has always had the problem, you know, especially since, you know, it's gained a crap load of adoption. You know, there's always been a problem of very, very slow transactions and privacy, and, you know, there's other bugs going on with Bitcoin that have happened in the past. Hopefully Taproot will make a really big improvement to that. But yeah, once again, if you like my content, please subscribe, hit the share, like, and comments button, turn on the notification bell whenever I come out with a new video. Check out the description below, and I will see you in the next one.